Oh, Mr. Mark,
Hey, Mr. Darrell, how you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Oh, Lordy. Running late today. Got the grandson's birthday party.
Yeah, I seen where Sandy posted it. She had
Yeah.
y'all could have kind of waited to this weekend and had all three of them together, but that
Yeah.
was
They don't like to do that.
oh, that, hold on, I screwed up again. Oh, there it is. Oh,
No, they don't like to do it. They like to have their own little shindigs for each one of them. That's what me and Sandy was talking about. We got 11 grandchildren. That's a lot of parties.
yeah, well, my grandparents had like 18.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and I was born in December, so my birthday parties never counted anyway. So they said they always told me that my birthdays was going to be it's what I get for Christmas. So
Yeah.
hey, Ben's workshop.
Hey,
Thomas done
there's.
got in trouble. Hey, Bo.
Oh, Lordy. Telling me go to bed already.
Hey, Crystal.
Thomas already got caught at work.
Yeah,
Good.
he got caught. He's the first one in, and the first one get caught.
He gets in trouble all the time, man, Thomas. But I'll tell you.
Hey, Wayne. Yeah, he's he's gonna have to go in. What he's got to do is start covering up them doggone cameras.
Yeah, you're gonna have to do something. Keep him out of trouble.
Well, everywhere you go, I mean, the old lady had to go over to the Wythe County Community College today and do a photo shoot for a girl that's graduating, and they even had security cameras all over the trees, everything else. I mean,
Hey, how you doing, Doug? Good to see you.
hey Doug, I mean, then we had to take out. Here I'm going to calling her Alice, but we had to take Millie over to Galax and come back up through Hillsville.
Mm-hmm. Hey, coffee truck just got here. Oh, I'm in good shape.
Yeah.
Hello,
Doug,
Miss Sandy.
Hi, I'll be back.
no, I am not going to be at Hopedale next Sunday. I haven't even got my modified out and got fired yet or anything. I plan to be working on it here. I'm going to start on it tomorrow, I believe. Maybe.
Depends on the weather.
Well, you just gonna have to go over there and lasso Bo and put him in the shop for a day or two
Well,
while you're home, so you can
mo-
oversee him.
motor wise, I ain't worried about it. But the last pull at Hopedale, Bo ruined a tire, so I got to order a new set of pro tires,
Uh oh.
or he cut a sidewall in it somehow. So
Uh oh.
We might be able to go down and watch
I
next
may go
Sunday.
down and watch, see what's down there, see what I need to get out of the shop to run this year. Might be some really good tractors. I don't know.
Well, we come by the VFW down there in Hillsville, and they had a big truck show. Why is Bo sitting at home on a weekend? I mean, if you got a big truck show.
He had some motor problems.
Oh, he's supposed to be showing the truck, and then he said, if he's going to show the truck, he got to learn that Saturdays is truck show day. I mean,
And there's Nate. How you doing, Nate? Good to see you. Well, he
hey,
had some motor problems, so he didn't make truck shows. So
Yeah,
there you go, Carts.
my ringer.
Nate.
Yeah, they'll get it figured out.
Yeah.
It's got a brand new motor in it, but the motor had been setting.
Mm-hmm.
There's Ed. But the motor has been setting, so he's been having some motor problems out of it. And it'll get worked out. Okay, I'll be running your class.
Who's going to be running our class?
Pro Cut what? My class runs Pro Cut, Doug. And Ed's class.
Well, and unless you're poor, like when I started the class and ran cut turfs and did just as well.
How are you doing, Ed?
Go-kart ran like a champ.
Had your go-kart out last weekend, Mark. Ran like a champ. That's good, Nate. Did you hit 60 mile an hour? All right, Bo. See ya.
All right, later, bud.
See you, Bo. Thanks for staying for so long.
I think they're having a bonfire tonight.
Yeah, they're having a little get together and a bonfire and everything outside. So
Well, I still got to tell you somebody about the truck show. I mean,
Okay, yeah, you got Pro Cuts. Okay, Doug. That's all you need.
That's it. So, hey, look, I'm wearing my hillbilly shirt.
There you go.
I just found mine the other day.
I put mine on the other morning when I was getting ready to go to work. Wasn't paying attention. Was making my coffee and like this don't feel like normal work shirt. Look down, I'm like, oh, okay.
Oop. It doesn't say college on it.
Almost seen a bird. Nate, you better slow down if you're catching birds.
I'm only 25 horsepower. That's what the block is. I mean, it's 25 horse.
That's all mine is, 25 horse.
Yeah. And when I started in the class, I was running a 20 horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say it was you did have a 20.
Yep. It's all the goodies inside.
I'm coming along nicely on that single,
Yeah.
by the way.
I watched that video.
Yeah. I ordered the cam shims yesterday.
Where'd you get them? Where'd you?
No. I ordered them online.
Amazon,
No, I couldn't find them on Amazon.
eBay.
No, one of the small engine places.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember. Actually, I found one of them, the 5,000th shim I found on Amazon,
Right.
but they wanted 10 something a piece plus shipping,
Holy crap.
and I found them on this other website for 8 something a piece plus shipping. So
Nate, no. It's not true.
I've been busting outside work trying to get shit done so I can get my shop cleaned out. And
Well, Doug, you probably won't believe me, but mine is stock bore. It's got stock pistons. It has stock rods. The only thing I have is a cam in it.
I haven't had the bottom end of mine apart, but I know it has stock pistons in it.
I know yours has got stock pistons because we did the head on it.
Yep. And I don't know what for cam it has in it. I'm thinking it probably has an aftermarket cam in it. So
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Nate. Said he'll never forget us.
Yeah, we'll have to come down and visit you sometime when we get to go on vacation again.
what's vacation?
I don't know. That seemed like a lot of driving that we did instead of vacation.
Would you look at who's talking?
I didn't do it. I thought it was great. You know. I had my little cozy place in that back seat. I could see out the windows. It was comfortable.
I know you had it all reclined back.
Yeah.
I listen to the car tell Mark he's got to stop and get coffee every 5 miles. Because he's used to driving the big truck. That car didn't sit down in the ruts good enough that it was weaving back and forth. So it told you you needed to take a coffee break.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I ain't staying in no chicken coop.
I was just about to say that. They don't put you in the chicken coop.
I know there's a lot of chicks in there, you know. I'm single, but I ain't staying in no chicken coop.
Oh, Lordy. Yeah, I don't have no place to go to down there now. Last family member had passed away down there where Nate's at.
Who's that?
Barb.
Oh yeah.
Mark, did you happen to read the comments on my
Yes,
on my
I did.
video?
Yes, I did, and went through about 3 or 4 different things. But the 3 or 4 different things that the guy had noted and dictated on, the guy's so full of shit. He ought to learn how to build a motor. So I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Aftermarket is totally different than stock.
Yeah.
But
And just because I didn't show chamfering the edge of the bearing, and what did he mean about drilling the crank or the cam or the connecting rod?
what he was saying is it was going to weaken, but he doesn't understand the factor of the bearing concept, that is an oil dipper that flings and puts the oil where you need it on the aftermarket parts.
But the bearing already has the oil hole in it.
Yes.
I don't know what.
But that bearing, I drilled that on the drill press for that rod. I'm saying too much.
Oh, Doug, that thing will never run. I don't know. Oh man.
No, that thing is going to run. Sean can build a motor. Highly recommend Sean. Yes.
I'm teased. I can't keep a straight face on that.
Yep. Good guy.
Very
Sean
good.
and Dave's real good people down there. Really like them.
They've probably been in it as long as we have.
Oh yeah. Clean
Hey,
back
Jeff.
when we did dead weight.
Yeah.
Oh, Cajun and Jeff.
Hey, Cajun.
Hi,
Hey,
Kate.
Jeffy.
Mark, Sandy, Daryl, Ed. Hey, Jeff.
Hey, Cajun.
Hi, Jeff.
Hello. I was busy watching a video.
I got to send you a bus ticket, Jeff. I need you down here to give me some expert advice on building a motor.
Oh, yeah? I'm
Yeah.
thinking if you can't figure it out, it probably can't be done.
I don't know nothing.
And as for the block,
Yeah.
as far as my research can show, they're all sandcast out of the same sandcast. It's just the 301s cast in the side, 321 or whatever it is. They're all the same, cast out of the same casting.
They are, but they aren't. The 16 went a different way. Not by much.
The 16s have different head bolt pattern. That's it.
Yeah.
But you can definitely bore a 12 horse block to 16. You got to run head studs.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Wow.
But you can also run a billet head too. I'm guessing. I've never seen anybody do it, but
You won't mow the grass with one,
no.
Why not?
but you can pull with it.
Oh,
You're not
Thomas,
going to get in trouble, Thomas, I hope.
yeah, he already got in trouble once. He's gonna get in trouble again.
I thought
Hey, Crystal. How you doing?
Yeah, so I was watching a video of Watching Town from last week.
If anybody ever seriously got into building the aftermarket parts motors, you would be totally blown away with what you can do with the internals on any motor. if you know what you're doing. In the same way, a lot of people, I did a video on the V-twin. Right, Doug. But there's several things you can do. And right down to the K-Series motors, engines, I should say, to say it properly so I don't get no bad comments.
Well, that's good. At least you know it's not a motor.
Yeah, motor's electric, okay? But anyway, yeah. This engine, a lot of people don't know that the K-Series, you can also sleeve those blocks and bring them back to life.
One.
And you can put one heck of a bore in them. What are you talking about, Nate? I'm not following you. You can put a 4K into a 212?
That's why they call them 4x4s.
Yeah.
4-inch bore, 4-inch stroke.
Yeah. You can de-stroke it or you can stroke it. But let me ask you a question.
No.
Is a stroker motor better than a de-stroked motor? Engine? I'm sorry, I used that motor word again. Engine.
No, they motors. I call it motors, engines. It don't matter to me.
I guess it all depends on what
the people want.
Yeah, what you want
A
to do.
A motorcycle.
Well, I can tell you right now, hands down, and everybody can argue this, a de-stroked motor will outdo a stroked motor any day of the week. Guaranteed. And
Hey, Sam.
Garage, how you doing?
Hi, Sam. Hi, Wayne.
Hey, Sam.
Hey, Wayne.
Hey, Wayne.
Asking if you guys use a fire ring.
What's that?
Motors.
Yes, I use a fire ring. Yes.
On the V-twins, yes.
Yes, I do.
Well, not mine, because I haven't had the fire ring put in the heads yet, but someday I will.
Yeah, Nate, I remember you building it. You were scared to death.
No, Nate did an excellent job for never monkeying with an engine like that. He did it.
Worried.
He was worried. He was really worried. Yes, he was very well concerned, but it worked out great for him.
Well,
I know some of you can't eat the cookies, but I found my new favorite chocolate chip cookie.
Did you?
They're fudge filled Chips Ahoy cookies.
Oh, you did. Poor Daryl now. That's probably his last one, too.
Well, I've been too lazy to go get a new the other pen out of the refrigerator. I run out of that one, so I got to go get another one out of the refrigerator. But this
All
is
right. All right, Thomas, he's on break, so he won't get in trouble now. He's smoking a cigar.
Yeah. I'm oil. 710.
Hey, 710.
Hey, 710.
The big guy at Hopedale. Okay, good.
Cool.
Sounds like the pro mod might have to come out of the building this year.
Yeah.
You never know.
Sounds like I should get mine running.
Yeah, I'm gonna get started on mine. But like I said, looked at it the other day, and there's a big cut right in the sidewall of the back tire. So I got to order a set of tires for it.
So how'd Bo manage that?
I don't know.
I think when somebody pushed it into the building, we had that spare rear end sitting there, and it's right beside where the things are, and I think they hit it.
Yeah, Sam, you always come up with a lot of lot of projects, but a lot of cool projects that really work. And if anybody has not had the Sam channel, you got to check Sam out.
You know, Thomas, if you could spend that on one of them, you should send some my way.
At least 5 in the class.
Because obviously you got too much money.
That'd be a good class, Doug.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I'll watch.
I might actually start on mine tomorrow because I knock on wood. I'm all caught up on my side work.
Mark hasn't even started his yet.
I haven't even started.
I just got to pull the head off and reseal the head gasket.
I ain't even started on mine yet, and I still ain't even got that other block back from the machine shop yet. So hopefully it's going to be done this week. We told you, what, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
So.
Well, and I got to adjust the timing in the carburetor.
Yeah,
Guess
Sean's been in that class with his dad's John Deere, Doug.
Guess that means I got to go get some fuel.
What's that?
Fuel.
I said I gotta redo that head gasket and then adjust the timing in the carburetor, and I need fuel for that. So
Just go down there to BP and just get you that high octane and put it in there. That's all.
that
best fuel ever.
That what are they? Ethanol.
Yeah. And there's 710.
E85.
Yeah. E85. That's all you need.
We got a few BP stations over by Lafayette, but they don't have none in my area.
You know, I was watching that video today, and it's making me wish I did go out there to Watsontown now.
You didn't go?
No, it was supposed to be all kinds of sunny and like 90 degrees.
Yeah.
I was watching the video. It was like, it looked like it was a nice day out there. It's like, yeah, that figures. Thank you.
Yeah. Did you ever get to pull that tractor, Jeff?
Not the little one yet.
Oh, okay.
The big one I did. The big one's the one I screwed up and pulled on last fall.
How did you do with it?
I went 900 and what was it, like 80 feet or something out of or I forget how big that was. I was 15 feet short of a full pull.
300?
No, it wasn't 300. I forget how big it was. I know I lost it at like 15 feet short.
Oh, okay. But that's with no cut tires or anything like that, though, correct?
Plain stock.
Yeah. Well, all mine are plain stock. I mean.
Yeah, I know.
So is Ed's. His are all plain stock.
Stock, as far as I know.
Mine, I guarantee, is more stock than Ed's. I don't know as much as Ed.
I don't know. Good.
And Ed won't tell me nothing. See, he just said it. I don't know nothing. See, secret.
I just put bolts and holes in the parts that are laying there.
That's it. $80 for a cigar? Heck no.
Probably one of them good Cubans. Triple X Corona. A good cigar does take a long time to smoke.
Yeah, but that's still $20 an hour.
$20 an hour, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, but if I'm spending $80 on something that's triple X, it better have some
coochies.
Oh Lord. Oh my goodness. But no, we run late tonight. We had a grandson's birthday party.
Oh,
Time and flat. I'm running stock, and I'll pull my heads off and prove that my pistons are stock. My rods are stock.
Want to keep going?
Because I haven't been into Plan B's motor besides taking the heads off.
Right.
So I don't know what the bottom end has.
I went to Tractor Supply. I bought me 2 pieces of angle iron, 4 feet long. They're in the garage right now, waiting for the black paint to dry. And one of these days, probably the day before I go over to the plow day over here, I'm gonna pull a trailer out, take the snowblower and plow off it, and put them 2 pieces on the tailgate.
There you go. All right, Thomas. Stay out of trouble, buddy.
Who's this Heckman? I hear everybody talk about him.
Who?
Take care, Tom.
This Heckman. Doug said Heckman Cam. Who's this Heckman? I've heard,
Yeah, who
heard
is
about him.
Akron? Oh, you know what? I think that's that guy over there in Seymour, Indiana. I've never heard of him.
Well,
Oh,
I've
is,
been
it,
to,
is he that long-haired hippie type dude?
I think it is, but I've never heard of him.
well, I went to Seymour one time, and I seen less. I mean, I don't know what the hell he did.
Yeah.
I mean, wasn't a whole lot to see in Seymour.
Yeah, that's almost like, you know, is it a bad situation if you get half scared to death 2 times?
Yeah. No, there's a lot of good people out there. A lot of people will help, but most of them, they sew their lips shut because they're afraid to talk. You know, me, I don't care. I'll show them whatever's in my motor any day of the week. And they ain't going to believe it. They're going to stand there and shake their heads. And that motor has ran for 7 years on stock rods and stock pistons. And there it goes again. Motor. Engine. I mean engine. What are you eating?
I always thought engine was on a train.
Yeah. What are you eating?
Who?
Now he thinks he's a hoot owl.
Who?
Doritos.
The only thing I can say, Doug, if you're
I didn't
running,
want to do that for you, Joe, but had
if you're
somebody
running
push me into it.
open modified, if you're in the open modified head class, the closed chamber heads will hurt you.
Do you remember when a big bag of Doritos was $3.49
Try
about a year ago?
2 years ago.
Yeah.
Get them for $2.69 down here for, you know, the big bag. Not the big jumbo, but the regular big bag. $2.69.
Yeah, it used to be like $3.49 up here. Now they're like $6 something.
Yeah, $5.
Getting where you
and
can't even
stuff for a
afford to
bag
eat
of
potato
chips.
chips.
I can't wait to get my top plate in. I got a dentist appointment on the 2nd to get my impression made. And when they come in from the lab, the first bag of chips I'm gonna open is either gonna be Munchos or Doritos Ranch.
Yep. But yeah, I have tried the closed chambered heads, and they hindered me more than they helped me. Because there was always a flow problem with the closed chambered.
Yeah, it's hot stock. So Doug. You're running a governor, or no? I thought hot stocks had to have a governor in them.
Yeah, hot stock is supposed to be governed.
That's why I bypassed hot stock and went right to
modified.
all right.
Yeah, it does. He's got it, and that's what a root. That's the number one killer, Doug, of the B twins is the governor gear. It comes apart and there goes the motor.
Yeah. Yeah. When it comes apart, something's gonna catch it.
Yep.
If it's running real fast
Yep.
and idling, it'll catch it.
Well, they're mostly plastic, so
Right.
Yeah.
That's one thing that's why I got away, because it cost me 2 motors, a governor gear that has come apart.
Dang.
So that's why I went wide open. Okay, he's only running a 5K cam.
I'll go down there.
which some of those 5Ks make some good horsepower.
Oh, I tell you what, Donnie Goddard, his 5K makes good horsepower. Sean Beckett's makes good horsepower. I mean, there's some good ones out there.
What's the other guy there? DePlane.
Yeah, Daniel DePlane. But he I don't think he stayed in 5K. I think he went open modified.
Right.
And
I'm saying when he had his 5K, it did really well.
And what was the other guy?
Steve Summers.
Steve Summers. Yes.
Yeah.
Those were some really good 5K tractors.
Yep.
But after 2 times of governor gears wiping a motor for me, I was done with that.
Yeah. Even though like the little Briggs engines, the butterflies are still steel, and the gears plastic, but the steel is what's gonna get you. Well, that's about it. Well, the cams in the small Briggs are plastic.
Mm-hmm.
Plastic gear, so yeah, plastic governor goes out, it's going to take out the camshaft.
I
You
went.
guys, you guys remember when the Kawasaki cams started coming apart on them because they're made out of that other material?
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
Well, look at Honda. The wife used to pull a Honda, and I was going to do something with that Honda. And lo and behold.
No gear, Sean just told him.
Okay.
Okay. That's a good thing, Doug. That's a good thing. But yeah, the Honda. I named it the homeless Honda. And there was nothing you could do with it to build anything more out of it.
It didn't do bad though.
It didn't do bad. Honestly, it didn't do bad as a stock engine.
It was a stock 20 horse, wasn't it?
It was stock 20 horse engine Honda. And
I got lucky. I beat some guys that really had them beefed up.
that we purchased the whole tractor from. And
Yeah.
I took the motor and did a few things to it, and it pulled good. Sean knows his stuff, and I'm glad that gear's not there. That's a plus. Because them things, when they go, they tear up a lot of stuff. Good golly.
Even in the singles they do.
Even in the singles, yes. And trust you me, I'm speaking from experience because it cost me a couple times.
Yeah, that Honda's just waiting for a home.
It needs to go on a go-kart. That would be wicked.
It needs to go in a golf cart.
Yeah, it could do that too. And you got the go-kart frame.
Not anymore.
Oh,
It went back to its intended home.
what was that?
But it's still just sitting there
Oh, why'd you take it back?
because he made a big stink about it. Because he had a snowmobile engine he was putting in it.
Well, the old downdrive carburetors.
But-
I like those.
But from the time that I took it back, it sat in the same place and just collected dust and other shit on it.
Yeah, Doug, there's some things you can do to the downdraft carburetors. But that, like Sean has told you, it does something to the government for the gear.
Yeah, I ran a downdraft carburetor for a long time.
Yes.
Matter of fact, I think you have that intake and carburetor, don't you?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think so.
Mark don't know what he has and what he don't have anymore.
I have a couple of parts, okay? That's all I can say. I have a few parts.
So I went through all my single cylinder parts, and I'd be damned if I could find a shim, cam shim.
Well, Bo and Kyle done use that for a boat anchor. What are you talking about? The parts you got out there, Mark.
What's that?
I said Kyle and Bo has already used all the parts you had out there for boat anchors.
Yeah, nah.
Hey, how far ahead do you keep Bo's loads for him?
Huh?
Loads you dig up for Bo, how far ahead do you keep for him?
That day?
That's
They-
all?
Yep, that day.
Oh.
It's mainly, I believe, it's all post the truck. You post the truck, it's going to be in that area.
Why don't you see if you can get him out here for Memorial Day?
That ain't going to happen.
Why not?
Fishing.
They don't need to go fishing that day.
That's like for my birthday, I just found out that we're going to Lake Erie on a charter.
You're gonna catch some big fish,
Yeah.
hopefully.
As long as we don't get sick. Because everybody's going, you better take something or we'll get sick. And I'm like, we've been on some really rough waters in our boat.
I've been up there 3 or 4 times, and first time I took the pills, and they actually made me sleepy. And halfway, after we limited out, and they were just exchanging fish, I fell asleep down in the cabin and slept for like 3 hours.
Hey,
Oh,
Sarah.
Hey,
how
Sarah.
you doing?
Hey, sir.
Yeah, but I don't know. Have you priced any of the Pro Cuts to see what they're running? I'm thinking they're right around $700 to $1,000 a set now.
The last time I looked at them, I think they were right around 600.
Okay.
I think it's $650. I've seen you get rims and tires for $650.
I don't think
Somewhere.
rims.
Yeah. I seen it somewhere. And they were all new.
That could be. I'm not sure. I haven't bought any in so long. I'm gonna have to go to First Bank Ed and get a loan to buy tires.
This bank ain't.
He's been getting all that overtime in, so I mean,
Glad you could join us, Turner.
yeah, you've been. Did they ever get the Mac out of where you pick up at or drop off at, Mark?
To
That
get one
electric-
out?
Did they ever get that electric Mac started?
No, actually, they sent a record in there to tow it out.
Makes
It
you
was
just
all
want to go buy 2 of them, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's all battery. It's all battery powered. Both sides of that, behind those wind fairings, are big batteries, and it's the electric truck. So they tried it out there, and it didn't last no time at all. Don't know if it had bad batteries or what the deal was with it, but they ended up. They Mac come up there from where was I at getting that turbo done? Allentown.
Allentown.
They towed it down to Allentown to the Mac garage.
Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
I know where that's at.
I figured it had batteries on both sides and in the center.
There is 2 in the center, but that is just for running the power inside of the truck. But them batteries, them things are huge on each side of that truck to run it.
Hmm.
I'd hate to see what it weighed.
That guy
Yeah,
said
I've, looked-
20
I've,
that he
I've
said
kind of stopped out here and kind of
20.
glanced at the Volvo sitting out here. I
Yeah.
walked out, drove
They
out
probably
there.
look like a row of forklift batteries going up the side, huh?
No, it's like that Mac that I had looked at, the left side was one huge battery, and the right side, and they're real long. They cover from the steer tire to the first set of drives. It's all battery,
Mhm.
Damn.
and it's phenomenal. And you can't change it without a tow motor. The batteries are that heavy for that truck. Okay, he said, let's see here, 920. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know, they're ranging anywhere from 6 to, I've seen them up to 11. So
Just a little weird lawnmower tire costs enough to scare you right now. So I mean, I think the regular lawnmower tires, Carlisle or something like that.
What kind of charge do you think it would take to charge one of them up every night?
well, I have no clue. I wouldn't even. I'd be scared to see how many hours it would take to charge it.
No, yeah, really, huh?
No, that was
You'd probably have to have one of them big cat generators sitting there to charge that thing all night.
No, the new Macs, the electric Macs are all electric. They run no diesel fuel whatsoever at all.
I do.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like I said, I've kind of glanced at the one on the Volvo. I didn't get out of the truck because I didn't want to get the guard that were looking at me, but I walked around and looked at it. You know, I parked and kind of took a quick look at it before the guards got up there. But they got two of them sitting out there at the welcome center for Volvo.
Yeah.
Right now, ME Tire has the Nichols polling tires, $315 each.
Okay. But
Which ones are them? 1, 2.
I'm looking right now.
But the only problem with Nichols is for outdoor track, they chunk up too easy.
Oh, wait a second here. Or wait, no, those are Lawn Techs. Lawn Techs at ME Tire are $315 each.
So you're 630 there.
And they also have the Nichols. It just says Nichols polling tires on Douglas wheels for $1,023.
Right.
It doesn't give which ones they are.
Yeah, I've had 2 sets of Nichols. I've had them Pit Bulls, and I've had Lawn Tech's what's on it now that Bo cut one of them.
Well, Vogels are for the 8s. They're $295 each.
What about the wrinkle wall Vogel?
I'm looking up here for the 9s, the VM 9s. $295. The 11s are $295. And that's all they have listed. 8s, 9s, and 11s.
Right.
No 10s available.
Yes, Slayer. I thought the same thing. It would be a whole lot. It would be a lot better if it was hydrogen than them daggum lithium batteries. I can tell you that.
Right.
And Midwest isn't even listing tires right now.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
have you seen the videos of them doggone Teslas and all that stuff, them electric cars? How they catching on fire and they can't put them out?
Right. Right.
I
But
mean,
That's what the Mac with them lithium batteries. That's what they're using, but they're not holding up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see them. I don't see them being able to work in these mountains around here with any range at all.
No, because that's going to take a lot of battery draw.
Yeah,
Same way running over into PA and all that. I don't see it because there's some poles over there. I mean, some serious poles.
yeah.
And I got some decent horsepower, and some days I work, but I also have a loaded wagon.
Yeah,
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean? Sometimes my wagon looks like I have a shiny 290 under the hood.
Wait a minute. You sure you don't need? You sure you don't need the show truck? You might could show it off a little more if you drove it instead of Bubba.
No. Don't need all that attention, okay? I like low key. Low key's better than anything. You don't want to draw attention.
Well, California made it official the other day that any truck operating in California after 2036, you can't. It's going to be you got to have an electric truck. So, but I mean, but you, how in the heck are you going? How in the heck are you going to sit at the damn port all day and try to pull a load out of the port and try to get it anywhere? I mean,
right. But here's the bad part of it: the people of California need to wake up, because everything that they're passing. Do you realize what their grocery bill is going to be to get delivered into the state of California? And then they're going to be really crying because they're already complaining about the cost of living in California. You better stop and open your eyes on what you're doing to yourself already.
Them people out there making enough money, they ain't worried about it yet.
Well, they won't recover from that. I can guarantee that.
Well, you know what I seen in the paper this week? Well, construction paper I get. Some Chinese guy or something down in South Jersey starting a new company. Electric excavators and electric wheel loaders.
Good luck.
If you want him work around the yard at a dump site, how in the heck are they going? How is the excavator?
The only electric thing I ever had was an electric lawnmower, and I'll be damned if I didn't keep cutting the extension cord that ran it.
I had an electric weed eater I did that with.
Well, you know it kills me because you keep hearing about renewable energy, green energy, and shit with all this electric stuff. What do you think is powered in the end?
Yep, exactly. Mobile diesel. That's exactly what's going to happen, because and the people are all voting this in, and they're not using their head on what the recourse is going to be on what they are voting in. And they're complaining about the cost of living in the state of California already.
Well, was it last night we was talking kind of like that? Because our daggum light bill shot up to $300, and they ain't never been over $150 the other week. And I said, "What in the world? AEP put these daggum."
Yep, if everybody has their way, everything will be electric, even your lawnmower.
Yeah.
Well, sardines went up to almost $2 a can. So
Yeah.
Good thing I don't eat sardines.
Yeah.
I do. I just bought 5 cans of them.
Yeah, I'm definitely coming to you for a loan if you can afford that.
Yeah. It's like Thomas and a $40 cigar, huh?
Yeah.
Well, no, that's my special snack. You know,
Oh,
I've got it.
I just want Jeff's toll change after all them years of riding around in New Jersey and New York.
Atkins,
I want his total change.
Mm-hmm.
he has the 102.
I never paid 1 penny for a toll going east.
Well, I didn't even realize it, but that fellow that we was talking about earlier that I don't know, that Hackman feller, he's selling tires too.
Oh,
He's selling nickels.
680 is 680.
At
Tires
680
only.
tires only.
that's
Does
not
he
bad.
got any 8324s?
Nah, you don't need anything that these people sell, Jeff.
Yeah, they're the 102. Emmy tire, nickels, and
Well, I mean, it's power for the course. Everything else has went up, so you can't go out and have fun. That price is going to go up too.
Right.
And then and then when I'm not having fun, my driver helped me out with some more expenses.
Who could that be?
I don't know. Oh no, Kaylee's
Lock
coming for coffee.
when
Lock the door.
Block the
when is
door.
she coming over for coffee?
She's got a key. You just need to put something in front of the heavy in front of the door.
Yeah,
Or-
armchair.
Give me some more coffee.
Throw a pair of shoes in front of the door. You know, she's just a little munchkin. She can't push it open.
I gotta go change the locks real quick.
Got to point her towards the corner market for coffee.
Yeah, there's a store right down at the corner. You can get coffee and milk right there.
Are you coming over tonight for coffee,
I am.
Kelly?
She
I
said
look
she'll
at-
be over.
I
didn't
look
know
at
when.
I look at
You
Kyle.
never know what Kaylee is.
I look at Kyle and I say, "What are you doing?" He says, "I'm grocery shopping." It's like, wait a minute, this ain't the grocery store.
He loves all your snacks.
He
Well,
knows.
that was happening even before them two got together. So
Yep. Nah, I tell you. Nah, he's a good guy.
yeah.
So anyway, I've been researching parts and everything. You know that intake went up to 638.
Huh?
I looked at one at the polls there in Navarre,
Uh-huh.
but it was for the stock heads, not the Pro V heads.
No, I got to get the
Yeah, I was getting excited when I seen it laying there. I'm like, oh shit, you know. And yeah, then it turned into being just a stock head one. So I'm like, shit.
Yep.
So, but hey, I was watching a video earlier, Mark. Somebody took a Freightliner cab over and mated it with a motorhome.
Really?
No,
Back,
boy.
back half.
Uh-huh.
The thing looks cool as heck.
Huh.
They did it back like in the 70s.
Right.
But I mean it has the motorhome chassis under it. It's just the shell of the front end,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But I mean, I think that's how all the motorhomes should have been made, man. The way it looks, it's awesome.
Right.
Yeah, but but if they did them that way, they supposed to need a CDL though, and they don't. But they can get. That's the funny thing about it. Them are guys from up there around New York, New Jersey, and up farther. They all buy these daggum. They go buy them a pickup truck and put the one of them down 40-foot drivers and put a daggum 30-foot trailer behind it,
Uh-huh.
and they can drive on a regular driver's license.
Right.
Yeah.
That
Bullshit.
There's guys pulling 50-foot race trailers
Right.
with semis. They have a little motorhome like bunk in them, and they call them toters. They don't have to have a CDL.
Uh-uh. And when I retire from trucking, I'm going to be that guy with that great big motorhome with a 40-foot trailer behind it in the middle lane holding everybody up.
Yeah,
Payback, guys.
That's
but
it.
Mark, that's the only
Well,
thing about
there's
it.
one
though,
problem with that.
is they
You ain't never going to retire.
you have went further than 3 miles in each direction to work every day.
Oh yeah.
Most of that was riding the bus.
Yeah.
So I mean, but then all of a sudden when they retire, they got to get out on the road, and I got behind one. I got behind one today that was coming from that or whatever that
All right.
campground is there,
Get coffee.
RJ Ranch or whatever. That
Yeah.
son could not. He was in a F-250 or whatever, but he
Is that
could
Remy I
not.
see?
He could not even. He couldn't even keep it in the daggum lanes running 30 mile an hour. I mean,
Right. Well, back to Jeff's comment that I'm never going to retire. You're right, Jeff, because I'm going to tell you why I'm never going to retire. Okay. What I do is not like I have a job. It is something that I enjoy doing. If you enjoy your job, it's not a job.
And when they don't have a load for him, then he bitches.
Then I get mad.
I told you there's something wrong with this guy.
You know what? I think I know what it is, Jeff. Then he'd be stuck at home with me.
No, he's going to be one of these guys that get that, big monster bunk on there, and he'll take a load from like here to Texas, and he'll stay down there for like a week or so. Then he'll take a load to Florida and stay down there for a week.
I already told her, Ed, I'm buying one of those as soon as I go to retire, and she's going with me. And it will have a bathroom, shower. It will have everything in that sleeper, and including a back porch and wheel truck. And when it gets warm up here, we'll come back.
Should we just start calling you Saznak?
Pretty much. It's going to be a bunk like that, yes. All right, Ben, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're going to get one of those big trucks like that. And I used to know a guy that towed a moving van trailer.
Yeah.
And that's what they used to do. They get a load going to California, say.
Later, Ben.
They go out there. They had a little motorcycle thing that went in right behind their bunk. They go out there. They find a campground somewhere, pull in, park, put the shoreline on, might spend a month there.
Yep.
Go back, hook up to their trailer, and take a load from from California to New York, and spend a week or two up there, and then to Florida or wherever they wanted to go. And the company they worked for them for years, and they knew it. They're like, hey, if we got a load that needs to be someplace, this dude will get it there. And they accepted that he would work like a week or two and then take a month off.
Right.
And he basically drove enough to pay for his fuel and everything, and pay for that stay for a month or wherever they are staying.
Oh, yeah, I seen one of them trucks the other day, a video of one of them trucks, and it's got a daggum jacuzzi in it there, Sandy.
Huh?
I mean, they've extended them daggum things out even further. They got jacuzzis and everything else on.
Well, we got to take our dog with us. I mean,
back in the 90s, this dude's truck was almost half the length of his moving van trailer.
Yeah.
Yes. But
you guys see so many nice race car trucks parked over here down the road from me.
Oh yeah.
Guy builds race cars.
Mm-hmm.
He's got some really nice trucks that are parked in there some days.
Oh yeah.
Right. But I've been in this trucking thing 35 years. And I've had a horrible accident, 2 fatalities. And I got banged up pretty good in the wreck, totaled my truck and trailer. And I'm still in it today. It took me a lot of counseling and everything to get my head back right.
Like 6 months.
6 months. But in that 6 month time, I had already purchased another truck, and it was sitting there in the driveway. And my dad and my brother kept telling me, drive the truck.
And then your dad came over and made you go.
Then Dad come over and he made me go because Dad was running too. And said, if you don't do it, you'll never get back behind the wheel.
Oh, I tried it. I tried it for a year afterwards, but it was. But the thing about it was, in that year's time, this got me where I can't pass a damn DOT physical anymore. So
You're exactly right, because once you take that injection, you're in trouble.
yeah,
That's the first thing they're going to attack is that license.
yep.
You know,
What needle?
Diabetes.
What needle?
Yeah.
but there is a way around that too, Daryl.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, but right now though, I don't think it's any good to try to get back on the road because everybody's there ain't no loads out there. Is what I've been told.
That's not
There's a
true.
lot of them sitting and taking loads to just pay the damn truck payment. And I ain't
That's not true.
That's not true.
Freight is up.
Freight is phenomenal. The best it has ever been in my 35 years of trucking. And that is the honest goodness, the truth. And the rates are phenomenal. They're not cheap.
I gotta take a look and see when my medical card runs out. I think I got the rest of this year for it.
Well, you better cut his damn legs off so it don't run out no more.
Definitely.
Well, if I made it past last time, I could do it again, even though I don't really want to.
But you know what? It's nice to have that in your pocket, and I'll tell you why. Because you'll never go hungry with it. Because there's always a job for you, no matter where you go.
Yep.
And that
Well,
is the truth.
I had to work too many damn years to not at least I go ahead and pay the extra to keep it on mine, but
Exactly.
because of the fact that I mean it's not no good because I don't have a health card with published with the state, but I mean, but I'm gonna keep the CDL as long as until they tell me I can't have one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now see, they took Mark's way, and then
They took mine
Yeah,
away
if I
from me
could get
right
it
away
back.
when I had the open heart surgery, and I had to fight like no other to get it back.
took you what?
I'm
5
surprised they never did anything with mine.
Yeah,
They must have missed it. Lucky for me.
yeah.
Well, I mean, mine's good for another 3 years, I think it is, but it's still got the CDL part on it, so it
Right.
still says commercial driver's license at the top. So
Well, I'm gonna tell you what, Daryl. It might not be that bad on you, but when they pulled my CDL, they just may as well put a gun to my head and pull the trigger, because that just killed me the day that they pulled my damn CDL.
yeah,
And then I started a fighting with the attorney to get them back.
it's. I mean, I got out there today on just 81 and 77,
Mm-hmm.
and it just seems like from trucks to cars, everything else, the idiots can't drive anymore.
No,
I mean,
the world's thing, from my experience of what I'm seeing, the world is all about me. Everybody
They
is
drive just like
So-
this. There's nothing else around, but they're straight ahead.
Yes, and the worst enemy of a truck driver is, as soon as you put that turn signal on, it's a coming.
yep.
Oh, I never use the blinker.
Well,
I used to give it 3 blinks, and if you're there, it's your problem. I don't even bother with that no
Well,
more.
that's the way you had to do New Jersey and New York. I mean,
yes, New Jersey, New York, that's been a common rule of the thumb for years.
I used to get on. I used to when I got into New Jersey, I'd find Howard Stern on the radio, and he'd be talking about something that pissed me off, so I could make it through New York like the rest of the idiots up there. I was just,
I used to listen to that.
Howard
all the time.
Stern, buddy, he just laid stuff out there like
Oh,
no
yeah.
other.
yeah. I would find the station with Howard Stern on it, and
But
I
he
mean,
went to, he went
I
to
was-
what, XM radio or something now.
yeah.
Yeah.
He got in trouble over one because
What's that?
a guy called him up and he was telling him to jump off the George Washington Bridge or something or other.
Oh Lordy.
And that bastard went and done it. So I mean, so how I said, let me get across that bastard before you go doing something like that. I
Yeah.
ain't gonna have to sit there and wait till they dig you out.
Well, I tell you what, I was over in New York when the Twin Towers got there. And I could not get back across that bridge. They shut her all down on us.
Damn.
I was on a golf course.
You didn't go fast enough because there was a bunch of us over on that side of the river, and we all just made it back.
Yeah, I was over there unloading at Powham Manor, New York, just 15 miles from the bridge.
Yep.
Well,
And, it was a mess.
I was in St. Pete, Florida, and Bush was down there. Bush was down there that day.
Out of
Yeah,
school.
he was reading or something at the schoolhouse, and I said, the daggum Florida cops were at school down there, and the daggum fuel prices just went out the damn roof and everything else. But they thought the world was gonna burn up. So
Maybe.
No, I literally was on a golf course and didn't know anything about it until like 4:00 in the afternoon.
Yeah, I got unloaded and went to get on 95 to come back across the bridge, and it was bumper to bumper all backed up. And I sat there for almost 3 hours, and I was like, what in the heck? I didn't even know this had happened yet. And I was like, oh boy. We was tied up the biggest part of the day just trying to get back across the GW.
I was getting bait from my crab traps on the river. I was tying my boat up to the dock at Uncle Ray's house on the Mermentau River, and he said, "Hey, boy, what you think about all that bombing and all that going on up in New York?" I said, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
So he said, "There's a plane hit the Twin Towers."
Yep.
I'm like, "Oh, what?" So we went in the house and we was watching it, and then the second plane hit. That just hit the first one, and then we went inside the house and got some coffee. And I said, "Well, I ain't getting my bait yet. I got to watch this." And then all of a sudden, later on, one building came down and the other one came down.
Oh yeah.
well,
Yeah. I was a groundskeeper at a country club, and they come around and said, "Yeah, you all need to go home." It's like, why? It's only like 4:00 in the afternoon. We usually work till 5 or 6. And they said, "Turn the radio on on your way home. Find out."
Yeah.
Here I am. Well, I'm down there where Bush is right across the daggum bay from where I'm at. And I delivered in Tampa, and then I went. Well, I went from there to Lakeland. I had a stop in Lakeland, and I walked into the place to deliver. I had it on the, because I was listening to the road traffic reports, and I had it on the Tampa station, and it broke in, said that the plane had hit the World Trade Center, and I said, well, by the time I got from Tampa to Lakeland, the other one had hit. I mean, these cops were scattering everywhere. I mean, I didn't even know there was that many cops in that part of Florida.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that big crane that they bought in and start picking that up, that Twin Towers?
What's that?
They bought that big crane in from Ohio.
Uh-huh.
I passed that out by Milton. You had to see that. There was like 6 cops in front of it, 6 state troopers, clearing the entire road, just pushing everybody right to the side so that thing could just keep on going.
Oh yeah. Yeah, on a state of an emergency like that, yeah.
That's the biggest truck crane I've ever seen, though. That thing had to be
Well, I
probably
mean,
750 or at least 750 ton crane.
I mean, and trying to get out of Florida. Of course, I had a reload. I picked up a load of sugar out of down there. You know, most of the time I went back to Baltimore empty, but that particular day they had me a load of sugar out of there to go. So here I am. I blow two tires out. I mean, but when I got to Lakeland, everybody at that bakery said, man, I wish I could see what was going on. They'd done heard about it, so they said, I wish I could see what was going on. I said, well, if you hurry up and get me unloaded, I said, I'm going out here and I'm gonna set I'll get my television out and y'all watch. Folks stand there and watch it. I had everybody in that damn bakery out there looking at that little 12-inch television.
Well, anyways, we're into overtime almost.
Well, don't go nowhere yet, Jeff. I'm going to show a picture.
What are you going to show?
I'm going to show a picture.
Oh, yeah?
Picture of iced tea?
No. Of stupid people.
Well, shit, if I want to see stupid people, I'll just walk across the hallway and stare in the mirror. Oh, you think that's funny, huh?
I was thinking I was just looking at the camera.
You can see it.
Okay. Yeah. This picture.
I see some big ears there.
Yeah.
That's Roscoe.
Yeah, that one's Roscoe.
I just left my farm and this happened. Back in
2000.
2000. And this truck here was my pride and joy. And I've never found another one like it. And I put a lot of money into this truck.
Yeah, you only had it for...
I only had it not
3
even a
months?
year, 3 months. But right there it is.
Make yourself big.
I will. I gotta
All right.
figure that out. How do I do it? Solo?
Right there. Solo.
Still, yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
That truck right there was my pride and joy. I put a lot into it.
Well,
With the coils. Loaded suicide.
well, I did $12,000 of damage to my truck, and I still had if I'd have went ahead and traded that truck out, I'd have probably been wouldn't have been as bad a shape as I was. I mean,
Well, they totaled it.
Well, they totaled my truck and my trailer.
yeah.
And the lady went left to center and hit him.
And the bad part of it was the state of Ohio has state minimum insurance that people can carry. Needless to say, they did not have enough insurance to pay for the truck, the trailer, the property damage,
And the load.
and the load. I had 5 coils of steel on it, and it damaged all 5 coils.
But he was lucky. They were loaded suicide and they fell off the side.
Yeah.
Instead of coming through the truck.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
And then every time State Highway Patrol would pull into my farm,
3
had
weeks.
cameras. We could see them coming up the lane to come back to the farmhouse. And I kept telling her, well, I'm going to jail. I sat there and I waited and waited and waited to go to prison for 2 accounts of vehicular homicide. But luckily, they found nothing wrong with my outfit. They run up a $10,000 record bill, putting the coils back on, weighing it, and everything else. And it took me a long time, like I said, Daryl, to get back behind the wheel. But my dad, my brother, forced me. And
Well,
I bought another truck and everything, and it was sitting there in the driveway. And I would look at the truck, but I wouldn't drive it.
well, I had to go back to Florida. You know, I had to get it fixed in Florida, and on mine, and I went down there to pick the truck up, and you know, with Landstar, the only empty flatbed they had was sitting in north of Atlanta, Georgia. So I went up there. Then I got the trailer and all inspected and all that stuff. This was they impounded it for a week, and then when they finally got it out of impound, they took it to the dealership and and fixed it up. But
Good to
and I brought it. I drove all the way up to Atlanta, and then I couldn't quite make my I just for some reason or other I couldn't pick a load, so I drove back from Atlanta on back to South Carolina, and I sat at the house for 2 weeks, and I had 2 Chihuahuas with me that I always carried with me on the truck. One night I walked outside trying to call them in, and they would not come in the house for nothing. I said, well, where in the hell are they at? I had backed the truck and trailer up beside the house there, and I went out there and walked around the front of the truck and there they were sitting on the steps of the gas tank, on the fuel tank, and they wouldn't budge until I told them. I said, well, I reckon it's time we got to get back on the road, and sure enough, if it wasn't for them two Chihuahuas, I wouldn't never got back on the road then.
It was hard. It's hard. It really is.
And I mean, but it's at the it got to the point where I would get somewhere and I'd sit for a week because flatbed loads, oh, this one needs tarps, this one needs strap, whatever, and all this stuff. This one's a 10-foot wide or whatever else. And I said, nah, they ain't paying enough for me to pull 10-foot wide. But I didn't realize I was killing myself. I was destroying myself even more by sitting still.
Yes.
But I mean, I would see shadow. I'd see shadows of that guy running across the interstate. So.
Right.
I mean,
but my accident was a fluke. I never went anywhere with one load on. I always doubled up. I always had 2 loads on. I was sitting down at the river. I loaded my second load, went to Pottery Edition, set my first load off, and I went back over to Pottery Edition to put it all back together. I would have had about 110, 130,000 on the deck payload, 2 full loads. And something told me that day. A gut feeling. I was sitting there eating a sandwich.
You got me.
And something told me, don't put it on. So I left the load sit there. I called the people that I trip leased it from, because back then it was all trip lease.
Yeah.
And I went back to the farm. And I come home, took a nap, got up, made a tuna fish sandwich, and told her I'm going to Chicago. And then me and her got in a little tiff or something over one of the drivers that was sitting in Florida got in trouble drinking. There's such truck and trailer. So I was in a bad mood. I left. I wasn't even gone 20 minutes and somebody called her and told her that I left. And then it was like, I don't even know who called or anything. It was like just a fluke thing. Just that gut feeling told me not to do that. Or otherwise, they would have hung me.
Yeah, but what got me is, like I said, I just sat there and I run up a bunch of credit card debt and all that stuff. So, you know, the truck I actually paid the truck off with the credit card. So, you know, and then I basically bankrupted myself because, like I said, you know, the shadows were still happening. So, I mean, so I mean, and back and until me and Delisa actually got together, because we got together after the accident. Well, as a matter of fact, I stopped and met Delisa because she was a Landstar agent at the time. I stopped and met her, and we sat down in the parties and talked a while, and you know, and so you know, she was gonna try to start helping me find flatbed loads and stuff like that, and the next day down in Florida when all that junk happened. So.
You know, that is so funny, Daryl, because Sandy was my dispatcher, and them guys all kept saying, "Why you keep taking all these strange loads? That dispatcher's really screwing you over." And I said, "Yeah, she's really putting it to me." And then we ended up getting married and stuff, and it's like, oh Lordy.
Well, that's the thing about it. Everybody wants them their load up and go loads, you know, them 1,000-mile loads and all this stuff. But you actually make a whole lot more running these little rinky dink loads.
My motto is 550 or less. You'll make your money on that load.
Yep.
And a lot of people don't understand that.
Well, the old man taught me that back when I was a kid, because there's a car auction in Darlington, South Carolina, and he'd start out on Thursday afternoon, and by Saturday afternoon he's done. There was been, you know, all he done was running back and forth to Charleston or back up in North Carolina or whatever else. And I mean, those little small loads like that, they added, you know, he was getting paid percentage, and so he made more money. He made more money than I did in the first 5 years I drove a truck.
Yep.
Because the rates were so damn low, you know, what they start you out as, you know.
Well, my motto always was, Daryl, by the time you take the fuel and the truck payment, if you can't do that off of one load, you're hauling too cheap.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's the way that my motto has been for years. And it is all possible. But the sad thing of it is nowadays, Daryl, you don't hear 100 weight no more. They want everything mileage. Pay you by the mile, and you're not making the money that you was on the 100 weight. Now, me with the coal bucket, I'm still making my 100 weight.
Mm-hmm.
So,
old man hauled cars, so it was per car. So, but I mean, like he said, go. Hello, Kaylee and Kyle.
Hi, Kaylee.
I was fixing to call you Kyle. So, I mean,
oh Lordy. But hey, we're way past our time, so we're going to get off here. Everybody in the chat, thanks for coming in. We'll see you all next time. And Hayden, take it out of here.
All right, everybody. Y'all know the routine. It's good being north of the grass. Stay safe. Be that way. be that way. Stay safe. And as always, love, peace, and crackling grease. Catch y'all later. Aputa.
Bye.
Pluto.
See y'all next time.
All right.